and mosquitoes and other strange creatures that we never actually saw, and mosquitoes floating around the spaceship that other is strange. Airless. You're free to do your thing. What do you want to do? Like, the ship that was with you is still orbiting the same planet.
Eric would speak up and say to the other, we're all on our ship, right? The four of us. I would say, well, we really got two options. We either go in with our plasma torches and just take everything we can carry and just leave the rest here to get eaten up by the meteorites, or we convince the pilot of that other ship to let us use the towing lines and get that ship out of there, and then convince him to take it to a place where we can properly get that ship taken apart and take the spike engine.
As far as salvaging it, we'd be able to do that here, right? Just like taking stuff apart.
A couple of hours.
Yeah, Ivor, you basically know that the meteors that surround it are not basically the problem. The problem is that it might be the gravitational pull. It's in a few, a day or so, it might get pulled into the planet and start basically incinerating. Basically, it will blow itself up.
It'll start collapsing in on itself because of the mass gravity and then explode.
Tow it out of the gravitational field.
Yes, that's what
Eric. I'm not saying we have to pull it all the way to
that's what Eric is suggesting. That way because if we can get to another dockyard, we can take the spike engine out of it. That thing's got a better spike engine than what we got.
And that's what I'm wondering. Like, could we just disassemble that here, bring that with us, and get it installed somewhere? It's like, would we be able to tow a ship, like through spike space? Because if not, it's going to take like 3-4 months for that ship to arrive at the nearest
basically, if I get the right idea, you just want to get it away from the planet and disassemble the spike drive components, store it on your ship, and then.
Nope. Can we do that?
Yes.
Do we have the personnel to do that?
I mean, basically, the personnel is not really the problem. The problem is time. How much time are you willing to spend on it? Now you could have installed it with the deceased crew members that are on the ship, because you need astronautic skills for that. But just a post-tech would be enough to disassemble it correctly without major damage.
Well, then all we need to do is convince him to out, which should be easy enough, given that now all the profits they would if he doesn't take the extra profits that he's going to make, then it'd be easy enough to just convince. If we can't convince him with money, we can convince him.
With trains, we got lots and lots of trains.
That's what I would. So we need to go and convince him to tow that thing. To let us to tow that thing out.
Cool. Let's see. Yeah. So who's gonna do the talking?
We're all on the bridge. I just point to Eric and then point to the console and.
Okay, so I'll give it. So I'll like open the comms to the other ship.
Yeah. You get a video call. You basically see a room full of smoke with a guy chilling behind a chair and smoking a massive, massive weed. Like,
Son of a bitch.
what?
Hey, buddy.
Yo, man, what's up?
We need you to tow that ship out of the meteor shower so we can disassemble it.
Which one? The left, right, or the pink one?
I'm going to look at Marcus like, can we just grab him, dunk him in ice water, or let Ivor sober him up? Because I really don't want to have to put up with this.
I could just tell Batman to go dock with his ship. I'm pretty sure Odin would be able to fly their ship and do this procedure of
Yeah,
attaching
sure.
tow cables. He's a good enough pilot that he'd be able to pull it off.
Yeah, sure.
And this guy's clearly
He
fucking useless.
Yeah, he's going through some rough trouble. Losing a boss and a friend, a kid like that.
Boss shouldn't have been such a retard then.
True.
Yeah, his boss was stupid. His boss was suicidally stupid. Even Eric's stupid, but he's not that stupid.
So yeah, he goes to his room, locks himself up, and basically leaves you the controls, limited controls to the ship. So yeah, probably what? Odin can probably do it without any problems.
Sweet chin music.
Dun 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 dun. Yay!
Was that the sound a space tow truck makes?
I don't know. So yeah, basically you got your ship ready.
We managed to pull it out successfully.
Yeah, with the equipment that they got and the skills, I'm not gonna roll for him, but yeah, you got it. Okay. Basically, the question is now the big question is he says peace out. He's gonna leave now. He really doesn't have any attachments here anymore. He's gonna leave. Report back to his base. It's your turn. How long are you gonna stay here? And basically, what do you want to do?
Do you have the you have the like stats for the salvage ship? Because I don't remember them off.
Yeah, sure. Let me set it up. So we have basically it has no guns. It has space drive too. A workshop, armory, extended med bay. What else? Should be something else. A workshop, engine room, cargo bay. That's about it. It's basically a standard transport ship.
Okay, well then really the only thing worth a lot of value is the spike drive. Since we're not going to go through the effort of towing this thing and selling the whole, we can't take the whole ship apart and sell it for parts. So, really the only thing worth any value is the spike drive, unless you guys want to go through the effort. I guess how much we have any idea of if we just completely gutted the ship, how long it would take and how much we would get?
Depends on your role, basically. How am I gonna do it? The more time you spend, the bigger the buff is. Like if you spend I don't know, the almost maximum amount of time for it. You get a +4 to your roll, a +4, and you're basically almost guaranteed to succeed. But if you spend a little less, then the bonus is gonna be less.
So that's
this
like the
bonus-
question though.
does
Is this
this-
like the maximum amount of time we can stay here, like given our life support stores?
Yeah,
Or
more or less.
because we've got like near enough to a month of stores. Would it take that long to like break down the components of the ship?
Oh, before the four of you? Yeah, for the whole ship, probably a month between the four of you. For just the spike drive, probably a week, maximum 2. Like you could just gut it out, but you want to be careful with it, not to damage any equipment and stuff like that. And
Okay.
you basically have to open the hole and stuff like that. It's
Okay, I know this is like astronautic, but to my understanding, so post tech, the stuff on the ship is like post tech technology, and astronautics is like the ability to interface with it, basically, like to repair it or disassemble it like this and so on and so forth. Could I make a post tech roll just to see like what the value of the ship would be if we like just like a fair market, like the copper in the wiring,
that's more of a business role if you ask me. But yeah, you can give it a shot.
I have business. I could roll it.
well, business
Yeah, cool.
business would be like that would be like determining a price, right? And post tech would just be knowing the price, like based on what the components are.
We could just
Um,
both roll.
Go ahead.
Is this a whiz or int?
Um, for the business role, it's intelligence. For the post tech, I guess you're more observant than knowledge, so wisdom.
That's a business. Oh, I should have done the macro, but it's a 8. That's a business roll.
Would you like
Cool.
to make a consultation for your post-tech role? Want to give me
yeah.
a shout out?
Oh yeah. Put the big brains to work on it.
I mean, I'm not there, so you'd have to call me.
I would 100% call you if I was like trying to estimate the value of the ship, simply because it's a lot of shit to go over. So it would simply having another person would cut the time in half, as well as give you a second opinion. I would definitely call.
Do you want to roll for your assistants? See if they get a little extra.
Go ahead.
Sweet.
Nice. You got a +1. You got an 8. Cool. So yeah, basically both have about the same result. So strictly business speaking, so basically strictly from the post tech, the salvage and stuff like that would be around, I don't know, the whole ship with all its equipment, I have it written down, is about 1,010,000. But you will never get that kind of a price on the market.
Right.
Salvaging down, you would probably at best get 75 of that. Basically it's not more.
It's 75% or
75,000. 75%. No, 75% of it.
Right.
So around 700,000 credits. If you took
That's for the whole
yeah.
ship if we take our time.
Yeah, if you take your time and go to the maximum length. But the other stuff is like, it's really standard equipment except for the extended med bay. Everything else is basically what every other ship has, like armory, footlockers, workshop, stuff like that. That's basically, except for the Drive 2 and extended medbay, nothing would sell much. If you would like take it apart individually and resell it as equipment.
Okay.
Medicine stuff, maybe on a extended medbay, maybe on a tier 3 planet, would sell really well because, well, it's new equipment. But otherwise,
Okay, so a Drive 2 it retails for 100,000. So, if we just flat instead of like trying to get a price off that, if we just like took the 100,000 that we expect the Drive 2 would be worth off of that, be like 5 to 600,000 probably. You know, the price would be variable depending on where we sell it, obviously, but that'd be like a rough estimate of our what we could
yeah.
hope to make off of that.
If you want to sell the drive that is 100, you would probably get around 70,000.
Right.
With basically, so the probably 50,000 with a good business rule, 70,000, something like that. It also depends on the buyer and the system that you're selling.
Right.
Like
I'm saying we don't probably plan on selling the spike drive, and with that like 700,000 number, if we deduct the like value of the spike drive from that, because we're gonna keep it instead of sell it, we'd probably like we could safely. I'm saying like from an estimation standpoint, when we're on the ship trying to figure this out, we could
Yeah.
reasonably expect to make 500 to 600,000 credits off of this salvage.
Yeah, but that means that you basically, that means basically you have to hold the whole ship. You can't just, reskin the ship wiring and just put it in your cargo bay. You basically have to take the whole ship, get its engines back online, and basically tow it back with you to get the 700,000.
Did we do that
Okay,
with
well,
not run out of life support?
I don't think so. It's not clearly established how long it would take with traditional engines to travel that distance, but I imagine it would be like several months at least.
You mean without the spike drive, just the regular trip?
Yeah. It's like
That
the
would take
sublight
years.
engines are years. Yeah. So
It take these.
Yeah.
Generally, each hex is like between is at least a light year away.
like okay, so here the 700,000 was like the value of the ship, Gasper. We're trying to get like a million one. You said 1,100,000, and then we weren't going to get fair market value, and that's fine because it's salvage. We're trying to ascertain the price of just like if we stripped down all we could from the ship, like if we just gutted the ship for everything that it was worth that we could, what kind of money could we make off of that minus the spike drive? That was what our
from
rolls
that,
were for.
Probably 200, 250.
Yeah. What 1,000?
Yeah, 1,000.
250.
Yeah. Okay, so
worth it, guys.
So that's still $250,000. Well, if we subtract the cost of the spike drive, that's 150,000. That's still, I don't know exactly how much the debts on this ship are, but that would probably cover for a couple of months.
The debts are all settled up to this month, so that would be pure profit for us.
Exactly. So if we want to take the time and gut the ship, I say it's worth it. We get a spike 2 and we make a hefty bit of profit.
We don't really have an outstanding job. We kind of had that thing in 0006, but it wasn't like a job. It was like just go there and kind of see how things are, and that could still be around by the time we get there. So I think we should stick around, do a good job of salvaging the ship.
Not to everything, no more. The only thing we risk is running out of life support, and I think all good enough spacers not to let that happen.
We have 30 days of life support, and it's going to take us 6 to get back to Kaya. So honestly, we could stick around for 24 days.
20
3 weeks. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want to go the real stretch, yeah, 24. But remember, you still have to make a dice roll. Like, I don't want to lose the whole party because, well,
Just do like they did in Swan Song and coma everybody. Because that worked out, right?
sure.
Coma
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Well,
let
I'd say
Ivor's AI take over the ship, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'd say anywhere between like 17 and 20 days, depending on how much we want to risk it.
18 days, even if we make a false jump, we still have another chance to get the jump right.
Yeah.
We're in a system that is bordered on 3 sides by habitable systems with like places where we could refresh, and if we get a bad roll into a not bordered system,
Populated
we
system?
then get put into another system with a bordered system. So 18
Yeah.
days, I think,
I-
and how long would it would have taken a month to get full salvage, Gasper, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
18 is probably enough to get you a spike drive and probably the spike drive safely, so you get all the components. So basically, what you have to do is basically leave the ship in the dock for a week or so and just pay the workers for their job, nothing more.
it's 60. If we do 18
And
days, that's 60% of
yeah.
a month. So we'll still make 90,000 credits from our salvage, roughly. So, and we
That's
could
like-
always
that's
come
like a
back
full-
too. So there's that.
Yeah, that's like a full job's worth of payment. So,
Let's do it.
you know, I don't remember. I don't actually remember how much we got on the job prior to this, the one for the mob. It was only like, not including what I made, like.
I think it was only like 50,000.
So yeah, I mean, it's totally worth it. Let's do it. Strap on your vac suits and grab your plasma torches. We got salvage work to do.
I mean,
We
if
get the montage.
we pulled it out of the gravitational full, and if we airlock with it, we can make it like have habitable space, right? Because I mean,
Well,
working
if
in
we're
vac
going
suits is feasible, but it would definitely slow us down.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna do anything with the spike drive, wearing a vac suit would still probably be advantageous because shutdown or not, there's still going to be residual radiation. Probably better
Right,
to
for
play it on the
that.
safe side so
For
you don't
that,
get
right.
cancer. But yeah, for that.
Well,
that was the only thing I was
It's
talking about.
3,200. Like cancer's, we cured cancer. Cancer's, I'm sure, right?
Yeah,
Right, Gasper?
But still,
I mean, I could always try roll mutations if that's what you want.
But yeah, I'm just talking about salvaging the ship. Like we cut the door to vent the atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
So if we just airlocked with that door,
Yep.
the atmosphere would be contained to our ship, and the ship is still air.
Yeah,
their ship is
first
still
you probably
airtight.
want to patch up the holes, but yeah, you can totally do that. So
what do you want?
basically,
Post-tech or astronautics?
post-tech plus, plus you're taking 2 weeks and a half, so give me a +2.
Okay.
Plus if someone can help, probably
Everyone
someone
help because
can
we're
help.
all working on it.
Yeah, true, but basically a +2, yeah, you can get whatever you want. So 2 of you, so one will make the final roll, the 2 of you make assistant rolls.
please
Robert,
post it. Am I rolling post
What's your post-tech at, Robert?
It's at 0.
Mine too. Okay, so I'll make the roll then. So you guys just both roll to assist.
What's your intellect?
Would we be using intellect
Like
on this
about
or wisdom?
You're
both, I
trying
guess.
to, use your intellect.
Okay, my intellect
I get
is
a +1 to my
okay,
intellect.
so you make the roll. I'll roll to help. So Cody and me. Just
I'll roll. I'll roll the help too, but I'm rolling at a -1. Just FYI.
You just have to make us 7 or above.
Yay! I'm helpful this time.
I'm not.
Oh,
+3 is still nothing to sneeze at.
+4.
But,
he didn't.
well, there we go.
Yeah, I understand.
Hey, Lamau.
He didn't even use the +4. He just used the plus with the +1. You rolled an 11. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
So we got a
you got it
17.
done.
Or a
Yeah.
16. I don't know.
With that roll,
We killed it. So,
yeah, with that roll, you basically see, you probably see, like, if you do a quick montage, Eric is probably doing the heavy lifting, stuff like that, pulling out the wires and stuff like that. Marcus is standing behind Ivor and trying to direct him and do like, no, go there. This is like, no. And Ivor is like, talk to the hand. I got this. You go there, do that, strip the wires, pull the modular refrigerator there. Okay, we got it set. So with that, you probably can get like a whole month, the whole 150 credits worth of stuff on your ship.
awesome. So I just gotta ask, are we all Tim Allen? That was like so much grunting and just, oh yeah,
Sure, why not?
I'm just wondering. Alright. 150,000 worth
Plus,
of salvage in the hold plus 1 level 2 spike drive. What are they called exactly? Drive 2 plus 1 drive 2 spike drive ready for installation. Alright, now that business is done. Might as well head somewhere to get this shit installed and sell some of this stuff. Okay.
Yep. What is the closest most advanced system?
That's what I'm checking right now. Hey, where we just came from has 2 tech level 4 planets.
Right
I'm
now we're
looking
in
for a tech
205,
level 3
right?
planet because we did. Do we get the med bay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was probably one of your first priorities.
So if we go to Cilicia, which is 2 jumps away, granted, but there is a tech level 4 planet, Ibabe, which is the mob planet, and there is a tech level 3 planet, so we could sell most of our salvage on Ibabe and get the drive installed, and then we could head over to Dota and sell the med bay for more than we would get on Cilicia.
Well, in case you were forgetting, you were specifically trying to not go that direction because of the fact that we're all wanted.
I was trying to avoid doing jobs in that section. The Cilicio is mob controlled, right, Gasper? It's not just like the mob exists on it; like they control that planet.
Oh.
I mean, more or less, yes.
Yeah,
it's not really a role type thing, but yeah. The
well,
Cilicio
what I'm saying is like
share,
the triple threat pirate group, like they wouldn't be operating on that planet because they are like pretty big enemies with the.
Yeah, the triple threat triads are going through a little reform, let's say it like that. I don't know. You've been out of contact, so you probably
Right,
don't know
I'm not trying to
yeah.
get like current information, but like what we know from our dealings with the mob and with
Yeah.
the triple threat triads, they're enemies. They're like rival gangs essentially. So the
wouldn't
pirates being
cooperate.
on Cilicio just like wouldn't happen.
No.
Yeah, so Cilicio
They were
would be a
making their
safe planet.
push. Yeah, they were making their push in Makja 202 when you stopped them and basically then push them back to Awud.
Right.
So yeah, Cilicia is fine.
So bearing that information that we would definitely know in mind, that would be my plan. Thoughts from the crew? No thoughts at all. All right. Do
Wow.
the thing. Go to Silesia.
There is a tentacle. There is actually a legit tentacle sea monster. Huh.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. I'm just browsing through planets, and that was amazing.
Cody, Robert? Anything?
He went AFK real quick. So.
Oh, okay. Didn't you have any? You have any gives or cares?
Well,
Of course not.
I can stick around for a little bit. What was the question? I was just about to.
Going to Silesia to dump our cargo, and then going to the tech level 3 plant in Silisio's system to sell our medbay for a higher markup.
If it means more money, then he's all for it. So,
Yes.
I don't really think that probably, Eric's opinion probably would have been well known.
Right.
Whatever makes the most money, because
Diver?
Whatever lets him continuing doing what he's doing behind closed doors, so he doesn't care. As long as you just stay away.
Off to Silesia we go.
So
Yeah.
now I'm gonna go AFK for a little bit.
Go. The party is doomed when you come back. Oh, left. So
What are
let's
you
see.
on about?
No, nothing. Who wants to make the roll, or should I make it?
Is the navigation roll intelligence?
Yes. I mean, Odin is gonna do it because he has a
Right.
+1.
Okay.
But who wants to roll?
Odin wants to roll.
A 12. Nails it. True.
Alright, so we jump to 203, just so that we're in a system, a populated system. We probably what's in Alaskan? Okay, would a tech level 2 planet, would that be a sufficient place for us to supply? Not refuel,
tech level-
obviously, but resupply, like just get food and whatever?
Yeah. Resupply, yeah, sure.
Okay.
You can get that.
So we resupply on Ragna, so we're full stores, and we spend 4 days fuel scooping, and then we jump to Silesia.
Why is it so... so...
And attribute.
19th century technology.
Pass, right?
Yes, and 8 is... Yep, and 8 is enough. So,
Okay, so we make it to
you get the
Silesia.
Silesia. Cool. So we wanted to go to... Let's see. Dota, no, Ibabe, no, Dota.
No, we go to
Dota.
Ibabe first to drop our, like, whatever stuff, just because Ibabe is the planet that the Mafia is on, so I mean, they probably have some control over Dota, but, like, Ibabe is the place we're safe, for sure, because that's the mob planet. Dota's probably safe,
Cool.
but it's probably less safe, you know what I'm saying? Marcus's understanding of it.
Let's see.
Like, the mob probably has a presence on Dota, but they probably not, like, have a really big presence.
So without, I have to open the PDF to see actually how much the
Medbay?
is worth.
I have it open
Yeah, the
right now.
medbay, how
Extended
much?
medbay is worth 5k base, and for a frigate, it would be multiplied by 10, so it's worth 50,000.
Cool.
Hold it off of
So
frigates.
everything else, yeah, everything else is basically salvage. So 100,000 of wiring, equipment, stuff like that. But I need a business roll to see how much you actually get screwed over or you gain. A 6 or a 7 is basically the same. 8 or above is more. 6 or below, 5 or below.
Can Mr. GM check Eric's sheet and just see what while he's AFK? Odin has a 0.
Sure. Where are you?
But it probably doesn't matter because he's probably gonna pull a
0.
Siberian roll. Oh, he also has a 0. Okay, so I guess
How much do you have, Ivor?
I have a 0.
A 0.
in business.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Wow. I guess we have 3 people in business, so we put our crack legal team on it, and whoever wants to take the lead, I guess. Business role would be like charisma, right?
Yeah.
When you break enough laws, you have to know which ones you can avoid. I also have a +1 for charisma, so.
So does Odin. So
Yeah.
What does Cody have for his modifier for charisma?
0.
Okay,
So yeah. You someone can make.
Just I think fitting
wants
to
to be the-
character.
who
I don't
wants to
think
be the
Ivor
legal
would.
team?
I don't think Ivor
No,
would like do the
no,
business
he
roll.
would not.
So you and
do that
Cody
at
roll
all.
to assist, and Odin will make the actual roll.
Oh.
Gasper's like, I totally want.
As a character, he would not do that at all.
Yeah.
No.
Have
I
Ivor
want
take
to
the
see the
lead and like go
critical
talk to people and just
Yeah.
be like, all right, we got this stuff. You're buying it for this much. It's like, yeah, but it's not worth as much. No, this is the price. Fuck
No,
you.
no, no. Now you're paying this much. We don't want. No, you're paying this much now.
But okay.
You want to walk away? Here's a bullet in the back. Anyways.
No, here's my electric chair.
Yeah, I get it.
Alright, so I get a +1. I do not get a +1 from Cody. So that's just +2, I think. 1 for the assist, 1 for the charisma. 7. So
7. 100. We get 100k out of it.
we don't get a steal, but we don't get fucked. So is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So with that 100,000, I think we'll probably just do an even 5-way split, 20k for each, and 20k for the ship.
Very well. I'm gonna add this to Eric's sheet. I know he loves money.
I'll add it.
Wait,
I'll
what?
add it to Odin's.
20, so 30. Cool.
What are you at for
So I
credits?
still have
Ivor?
a money.
Say it one more time.
What are you at for credits? I just realized like my credits are really low and it seems odd. 'Cause I thought we were richer.
No, you paid
65.
60. Yeah, you paid 60,000 credits for the actually get the
right,
coordinates.
right,
of it.
yeah, and we all took. Okay, yeah, we didn't have enough, so we all took that out of our shares. You're right,
Yep.
Gasper. Good memory.
That's what I'm here for.
And 36,000 ship funds. Awesome. And let me
Oh.
do some checking quick because I have
Oh, thanks for updating that.
I have an
Yeah, I did it already. Cool. And Iga gets 5,000.
He's not here.
Oh, no, she gets mine.
She's not even here. What the hell?
You know,
Isn't
you're a
here,
generous
gets 5,000.
Just gonna wire her some money.
yeah, just wire someone.
I mean, I'm generous to the point where if she was here and needed help, I would help her, but I'm not just gonna give her money. It's like, hey, we kicked you off the ship for
I have
being a
no idea where you
scumbag.
left her. I have no
Uh,
idea where you left
we
her.
left her on planet. It was on Silicio. It was on Ibabe while we were. No, it wasn't on Ibabe. Where did we stop? Do you remember where
We
we
never
stopped,
went to-
Ivor? It was
The
wherever
last
we
time?
stopped. Yeah, we stopped for like 12 days on a planet somewhere, and I can't remember where. It was wherever we
Oh,
stopped
God.
at.
It was either this or 202.
This is what the session notes are for, boys. No, it was Silicio. Leave Silicio after spending 12 days on the planet for some R&R. So yeah, it was
Yeah,
Silicio.
really.
That was where we dropped her.
Okay.
The mob planet.
So she gets 5,000. Yay. No. Let's see.
Would she still be
Yeah.
here? Like it's been 6, 12, 18, 24. It's been over a month since we dropped Ega at the station, so I mean she could still
She's
be
probably
here. But
dead in a bit somewhere. I don't know.
Dead in
I
a ditch.
haven't made the rolls yet. like high on drugs,
Hey, that's
contemplating. Oh, God damn it, English.
contemplating.
Contemplating. Yes, life. That big word. Yes.
Hey, Lamau.
Uh,
All right, so we land here. We did our business rolls. We got 100,000 for everybody. Then we travel over to what's its nuts, Dota,
Dota.
and we go to sell our
Yeah.
med bay over
Basically,
there.
when you approach Dota, you basically see quite a large. It's not a blockade fleet, but it's a fleet of basically patrolmen. And basically, they ask you for your state of purpose and stuff like that. And they inform you of the recent government change that took place there. And that's about it. There are some sectors or some parts of the planets are off limit to non worlders
Off-worlders, right?
to off worlders. Yes, they inform you of that, and that's basically it.
I mean, it's got tens of thousands of inhabitants. So is there like one big city or?
No, it's lots of smaller ones.
Well, I guess I would take us to the. We would probably go to the biggest of the cities, and then just
Yeah,
like
it's probably a small village with 5,000, 6,000 inhabitants.
and go meet with like
Most of, yeah.
um. I don't know. Like it's 20th century technology, so or 20th level. Yeah, it's 20th century, so I don't know if there'd be like a chief necessarily, like maybe the governor of the town, or if there is like a president or something.
The president, it's not the president. The recent change in government was by an alien race, and no, it's not the bears.
Oh darn it!
I know you wanted to see that. Uh, let's see. Robotics. Yeah. So yeah, you see, you were greeted by an ambassador, probably. Um, by an ambassador, probably. If I describe it, they're very humanoid-like, but have light gray skin, and on the first look, with no hair whatsoever, bald. And on the first look, you cannot tell if it's a woman or if it's a man. And like walking around the planet, it seems to be like they're human, but they're very alien-like. Uh, Even if they look human, maybe the aliens have a more expressionate chin, a bit smaller fatigue, smaller physique and stuff like that.
Right.
Humans are
Accentuated
broad
human
shoulders.
characteristics to make them not human
Yeah,
looking.
but the human are trying to, or are not trying, but look very similar to them. And the more that you go to a higher society, or quote unquote class, the more alien looking they become. And for a tech level 3 planet, a lot of robotics is going on. Like you see robotic servants and workers and stuff like that.
Okay, so what kind of like governmental structure? Like I'm trying to just like I'm trying to get commerce information basically.
Well, the governmental structure is basically capitalism. Most likely, there is probably a chairman of an industry that's basically running all of the cities.
Okay.
There is one big corporation that is sponsoring or supervising the whole.
Sure. So that bared in mind, I probably wouldn't be important enough to warrant like FaceTime with the actual leader, but would there be like
An
like
ambassador,
an
representative.
advisory committee or something like that where I could just like try and get some information? Is there a Craigslist
sure.
on this planet?
Yeah, you go to the space Craigslist and you do this stuff.
It's called that shady guy around back of the tavern.
Yeah. That
No,
guy.
there is no shady guy. There are only gray people here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Gray shady guy. He can still be shady.
Gray's a shade, so it's fine.
Yeah.
50 grays of shade. Yay, I made the pun, yes.
50 grays of shade? What the fuck? Oh my god. Anyways, can we find, like... Here's the goal. Like, either find someone who is actively looking for, like, upgraded medical supplies, or, like, put the word out on Craigslist, or whatever, that we have upgraded medical supplies that we are looking to sell.
The corporation would definitely want to get hands on the tech level for technology.
Okay.
So yeah, you can probably, the representative is probably very obliged to answer any questions, stuff like that, that you want, make a business deal, stuff like that.
So, like, we'll do a roll with this and see what they're offering, I think. This is definitely, like, a thing where there would probably be, like, multiple people we could sell this to on this planet. I don't know. Just rinse and repeat, I guess. 2 assists and Odin will make the final.
We can do that. I don't know, is Eric back?
I don't think so.
If you're back, say something. He's not back. Okay. I rolled a 6.
Does that pass or fail? For help?
And that's a fail. You have to have a 7 or above.
No help at all.
No help.
Here, let me re-roll it since I am.
They're too distracted by the robots.
Maybe dumb guy Eric is, but Ivor's too smart to get distracted by robots.
Oh, but you like robots, don't you?
Oh, he loves robots. What are you talking about?
See?
Anything. He loves everything.
He loves them, but he's too smart to get distracted by him.
He's more of I hate people.
Were you
so
going to roll that or not? It doesn't matter to me. I just want to know for my modifier.
No, I think I should save it just
probably
in case
a good idea.
comes up.
Should I? Maybe I should re-roll some. If you're making business checks, I probably have the highest roll out of everybody.
We already did you. You don't, actually. You have the lowest roll out of everybody except for Marcus.
Oh, really?
Ivor,
I guess I roll a 0.
Ivor and Odin
I have a +1 in charisma.
And so does Odin.
Yeah. You are very businessman.
Yeah, so
okay.
we just did 2 assisted rolls. We sold the stuff on Ibabe for 100,000, so everybody just got 20,000. I'm pretty sure Gasper already put it on your sheet. And now we are on Dota selling the medical supplies, and neither of you helped, and Odin rolled 5.
Okay, apologies for being gone so long. Like it wasn't going to take that long, but something came up.
I mean, you missed out on some pretty important business rolls that we just did for you, so it's okay.
So you added the 20,000 to my sheet.
Yeah.
Gasper?
Yeah, it's already done.
And sweet, I got my housing credit goal.
So basically, you sit around the table, maybe a coffee shop or something like that. A robot butler brings you coffee and stuff like that. And the businessman is. It looks like he's very well. He's very versed in the skill of negotiations, and he goes around in a loop and stuff like that. And the best you can get out of him is the maximum price of 50, maybe 60,000 credits, but not more. Um,
I think if we're there at the
How
negotiating
much?
table, and that's it. Go ahead.
How much did we think we would get from this?
More than that, 50 is the exact like market value of it. So like, we're not losing money if like
We're,
quote
we're, we're,
unquote.
we're breaking even.
Yeah. So, but we could make it for a
Okay.
lot more, and with that bared in mind, we were heading south anyways into the sector, and if we stop in for Tutsu, there's 2 more tech level 3 planets there, so we could try our luck again somewhere else. Marcus's take on it.
Yeah. If we can try, if we're not in a big hurry to sell this stuff off, at least
We
not
sold
like.
all the other stuff, so like now all we have are tech level 4 medical supplies, like which we can
Yeah. So
they'll keep and
yeah,
keep and keep.
yeah. So there's no reason for us if we can go sell them for a higher profit value somewhere else. I say do it because there's really no reason. Um, take a lowball offer from an asshole. We can just go and sell it off and try it again.
My thoughts as
cool.
well.
So do you want to buy anything here, or I guess tech level 3 is not really important for you? Um, yeah, sure. You can go. Where do you want to go next?
Alright, so just to
Probably,
get dates, Aggie, we spent 18 days salvaging the ship, right?
yeah.
Okay.
And then 16, 12 days of
Yeah, I just wanted to get
basically a
that
month
set,
of
so I hadn't been tracking it. I'm gonna just start tracking it now while you guys take care of the
yeah.
whatever you want to do.
So basically the whole deal with, let's say the whole deal with getting the business done and on this planet on the other one took about a day and a half. So 31 days. So basically a month.
Okay.
A month ago, you were here trying to run away from the pirates, and now you're back selling your stuff.
Yep. It's fine because they're not going to catch us. No reason why anyone would think we need to go. There's no reason why we'd have. We're fine.
Everything is fine. Um,
July.
cool. Yeah, you probably missed the whole alien description and stuff like that. So on which planet do you want to go next?
004 is where we headed, I think.
004. What is 004? 20, 20. So one of them is quarantined. And the other one? Interesting. Ah, 004. Cool. So, basically, from what you know from the system is the Furitutsi. Furitutsi. Furitutsu? Furitutsi.
Fruitutsu.
Fruity Ninja is under quarantine and has been for the last, well, 6 months, even more. Um, on the planet you're right now, there was a job offer, if I remember correctly, for the from the aliens or the robotics robotics corporation for a job. If you want to take that, it's still in effect, but nothing else is really. The other one is pretty much an unknown for you. So the oh no, the Zikios planet is the is unknown for you, and the Galaeta Galatea is under quarantine. Sorry.
So maybe we shouldn't stop there?
How would you want to do? Like the quarantine is not blocking your way to get to the other planet. It just imagine a lot of ships are surrounding the planet, preventing anyone from landing it or
You know
leaving the
why?
planet. Pretty much no. You know that it is that from the past 6 weeks of 6 months, it was let known that the robotic corporation that is basically seized control over here established the quarantine, but there has been no signal or any contact from the planet for the last 6 months about around the time that um, the quarantine was established.
All right.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave this decision to the captain because I have no problem.
So, might need a brief overview. To catch everyone up, timeline-wise, it is now the 31st of August, year 3200. Arrived in the system 0004 with one half.
Of our space lord, come on, we have to add that. Of our space lord.
No.
Year of our space lord? No, we're not real.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
a religious crew. Sorry.
Eric's an atheist. I'm assuming both of our scientist friends are.
You do not believe in the higher power.
Sorry, Jasper.
No.
So we get there in the year 3200, not of our Lord, of after experimental creation or whatever we believe. With half a star fuel
It's the year.
and 22 out of 34 days of life support. So we have 22 days of life support remaining.
If you're gonna use proper terminology from the book, it'd be the year 3200 post spike. It's 3200 PS post screen.
That it was the screen wasn't a reset point though, was it? It was like it was like a thing that had happened after. Still rolling off the AD system after death.
Yeah. So it'd be 3200 AD, and if we're going up.
I don't know. Not important.
So yeah, it'd be 3200 AD. Or mandate time. It's 3200 mandate time. Mandate standard year.
At 3 a.m. they entered the system, greeted by a patrol of ships, and diverted to the new planet. What do you do?
Might want to move our space whale token to 40.
I've been moving it all around. You're just jumping. Oh, yeah, you have to make 2 jumps for that.
We did. We're,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
in Survival 04.
Sure.
What? Sure, we're there. Oh, we do.
Yeah,
Oh, we
no,
do have
we
to
didn't
make the two
actually.
jumps, right? My
Yeah.
bad. We actually,
No,
you said you have to make 2 jumps, and I thought you were just like, you actually have to travel 2, like, hexes, and I was like, well, that's fine, we did travel 2 hexes, like, what the fuck? Why you gotta be like
we
this,
didn't roll for it.
Gasper? No, I'll roll for Odin right now. I still have it logged. Navigation roll.
Nope. Well, he's an expert, so don't fuck it up. But, so,
He's an expert,
fuck
so
up
go ahead
twice.
and fuck it up, so I can re-roll it. 8.
8.
Pass.
Go.
Well, you don't want to fuck it up, because then you have to waste the reroll on it.
Not even here. We can waste his reroll. It's fine.
Yeah.
8 again. So 2 passes. No need to reroll anything. We arrive in Fruitutsu.
Cool.
We arrive in Fruit Ninja with no problems.
Yes. Fruit Ninja.
All right. So sorry, I was doing the dates. So like, what is the deal? One of these planets is quarantined.
Yes. Galatea. Galatea is quarantined.
Okay.
And the other one, Zikos, is basically it's accessible. Nothing really prevents you from getting there.
Okay. That said, we'd probably just make a path to Zikos. Didn't we have a job for this planet? Quarantined one?
Yeah.
Like a potential job. We didn't take it, but
yeah. The Silicio system, Dota planet, the robotics corporation offered you a job regarding the quarantine planet. There are some stuff they want to do there. So there is a potential job offer if you want them. It's still up.
I think first things first on everyone's mind is just offloading these medical supplies so we can get paid for that as well.
First thing on Eric's mind, of course.
Yeah. Marcus would
Cool.
be right there with that, and Ivor wouldn't care, so we're going in.
Yep. So when you approach the planet, you basically your ship sensors immediately pop red, and the toxic sign for radiation pops up, and the system displays high radiation levels detected, hazmat suits necessary, prolonged exposure to the environment not advised.
Someone actually never.
There are people living on this planet, right?
Yeah.
What amounts? Hundreds of thousands of inhabitants. So is there like what is the living conditions of the people on this planet?
Whether due to a legacy of atomic warfare and by nuke snuffers or simple profusion or of radio elements, this world grows in the dark. Even heavy vac suits can filter only so much radiation. Basically, you look a kind of a fallout situation, more or less.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Are people like living on the surface, or they're like dome bubble cities, or?
No dome bubble cities. This is a tech level 3. The best you can get is underground shelters, but yeah, people are living on the surface.
Yeah. They've developed some kind of like resistance to radiation. Then
I wouldn't call it resistance, but there are probably what?
The Emicron link that has all the systems, like you have clickable links on them.
Yeah, sure. I can link. I don't think I can link you that. I have to send it through Skype. But yeah, I can do that.
I've lost it when I
yeah,
when
no
I
problem.
had to reinstall Skype. I lost it.
Let's see what I wanted to say. Yeah, so you're basically looking at a Fallout-esque situation. Like, you got people living in the less irradiated parts of the world, and probably some shelters and underground bunkers and stuff like that. Um,
Well, at least we know the medical supplies would sell well if this place is.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. But we also, with that in mind, being that this is a radioactive wasteland, essentially, there's probably quite a few people who would not be willing to buy it. Catch my drift.
Well, that is why I have my friends, and I pull out my spike, my mag rifle and my mag pistol. This isn't. You gotta remember. Well, actually, no, I haven't told you this part yet. This ain't too. I mean, this isn't the first wasteland I've been in. It's just a little bit more glowy, and it's glowing. But a wasteland's a wasteland.
Fair enough.
Anyone tries to steal my money, steal our money, excuse me, they can get a mag slug in their brain.
So with this, like, spacesuits, the vac suits are rated for, space. So, like, I can't imagine that the radiation here is worse. So we could probably expect just, like, normal amount of exposure.
Vac suits vac suits, as long as they're powered, will block all, like, most, like, standard radiation. They're not exosuits, so they're not good against high amounts of
probably
radiation.
don't want to get into a crater, but yeah, just on the surface, you're probably fine.
I don't want to go make a radioactive waste angel.
No, you don't want to greet the atom, the followers of Atom.
So, but that's but we only have, they only are powered for, like, I think it's 6 hours.
Something like that.
One Type A power cell for each 12 hours of operation.
Yeah, pack a couple of power cells and we'll be fine.
Or we can just get in, make our cell, and get out.
Well, yeah, you get the idea. We'll be fine.
Yeah, well.
Don't you want to explore the wasteland?
No.
Come on.
Our only real problem
what makes
is
you special.
The only one who's somewhat gimped in this is me, because since I have to wear a vac suit, I can't wear my armor, so my armor is lower than is. My armor class is higher than it would be.
Didn't you buy?
Yeah, see, that's why Ivor doesn't have an. Huh?
On the plus side, I get more armor.
Yes. No, I didn't buy power. I didn't buy an assault suit or power armor because I don't have the exosuits yet.
Yeah.
Alright, I remember going into combat. Better put on the vac suit.
But yeah, I don't have.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna save up and get a vac skin, and then it'll be fine. Armor over a vac skin.
I mean, there is an armored. Did you not get it? I did send it. You did get it, Candice. There is an armored vac suit. If that's.
Oh, I don't remember. I think I got one of those. How much is that again?
I ordered this recently in the new equipment and stuff like that. Hardened vac suit, so armor class 5, a military version of a vac suit.
Okay, so I probably have that then. I forgot about that. It's been 3 weeks. Cut me some slack.
I know. So that's about it. Yeah. Sure. So you park your ship somewhere in a dock. You get a nice welcoming, and you're now, I guess, in the middle of a market, something like that. A small bunker, stuff like that. What do you want to do? Where do you turn to sell those supplies?
Well, I assume in this
Find
market
it.
there are a bunch of guys standing around with guns, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of guns.
So I
But
would.
some, it's very strange. Some have baseball bats, and some have guns.
Well, my gun. Well, this is a TL3 planet, so my gun is by default the best gun.
Yeah,
So,
I think that would only
so
really be strange to Marcus. He's from a tech level 5 planet and just isn't used to seeing guards armed with like bats.
yeah. I mean, I grew up on a TL3 planet, so this is pretty normal for me.
And pretty much everything's normal for Ivor, because like where has that man not been?
But we should probably
What
go
happened
to a
to
hospital.
that gun? That's what
We,
I-
we probably should go to a hospital because that's probably where we're going to sell this for the highest markup.
I think
I mean, the hospital per se, I wouldn't actually call it a hospital. It's probably, I don't know, a building that proclaims itself to be a hospital. It has medical equipment, but well,
I can just hear the
it's
air
in better
quotes.
days.
It has medical equipment.
Medical equipment.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly why we're here. We shouldn't have turned it into an actual hospital.
There's a saw.
Yeah.
There's a saw and a belt. They're still doing amputations.
Yeah.
There's a large jar of leeches sitting on the
Anyways,
shelf.
yeah, the med.
Oh,
What's that?
got a bottle of vodka. You know, they're fine.
Bottle. Yeah, all you need to amputate a limb is a bottle of vodka and a nice clean saw.
I mean, yeah, we.
And the rag.
No, the rag's optional. Yeah, I would think probably. I wouldn't really like know my way around a tech level 3 planet or like what, like just the shoddy like kind of. I imagine Marcus would probably be kind of lost. He's finding his way around planets. He's pretty much guided by technology, and that's all he's ever been.
Yeah.
So I think our destination would probably be left up to Eric or Ivor.
Yeah, Eric will sort of look at Marcus and say, and just chuckle and say, leave the navigation to me. This is, like I said, this ain't too dissimilar to to the planet where I'm from. So yeah, I will. If we have a problem finding the hospital, which in a place where there's lots of people with guns, I'm pretty sure we could probably find the hospital pretty easily. Is that correct, or do I need to ask around
Yeah.
for some direction?
You basically ask around if you do it or not. You get the general direction of the hospital building, and you stand before it.
Yeah. So basically, I should make sure Marcus doesn't like follow his GPS that's malfunctioning on a planet like this into like a bar full of
Hey! I have a
Yeah,
nav.
it tells it.
We got a nav comp, man.
it-
That's like not a GPS. It scans the planet and then gives you directions. Advanced stuff.
Yeah. Worthless here. And like I'll say, here we are, the hospital.
Yeah, and probably when you say that, a sign follows, or one of the curtains, or something like that. Yep.
Probably has like a red curtain so that they can wipe the blood. Nobody will know.
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah, you will probably hear a lot of coughing, screaming, stuff like that. In the basement, there is probably some mental institution as well, from the old banging on the door that you hear. Doctor in red clothes welcomes you in, and basically says, "You look a bit too high equipped to be of this rock. Can I help you somehow?"
Yeah. Actually, we're here to help you because We've got in our possession some high-tech medical equipment that we're looking to offload to the right person for the right amount of money. If you catch my drift.
Of course, my God. Medical equipment, a real medical equipment. That was, oh, in my time I saw so much medical equipment. Yes, well, now we use these primitive tools, as you see, but what would I give for a geographic probe? Oof. That was a nice thing.
You don't sound like you're from around here either. You from
I
off-world?
found my calling here. Yes, I came from another world, but I found these people in need and helped them. Darn troublesome, if I may say so, with this kind of stuff, but, well, you know how it is.
Well, look over Marcus. I'm looking at Marcus specifically to see his reaction to the fact that this place looks like a house of horrors more than a hospital.
I think like
and the fact that doctor's wearing red.
I'm probably like
standard.
barely interested in the conversation, and just like every time we walk by a patient's room, I'll like probably look in and just see like probably see somebody with like their leg up and have like wood splinters still like sticking out of their leg like it hasn't been treated yet, and you can see like around the wound it's starting to get infected, and I would just be like appalled at this shit, and like I would honestly I would probably like ask the doctor like, where do you keep your most serious cases?
You mean mentally or physically?
Physically.
I mean, the ones that you see on your right and left, they're quite in a good shape. The ones
With that, I
down
kind of
the
like
hall,
my jaw would probably drop a little bit. Like what the? They're in good shape.
yeah, they will live.
I wouldn't say anything.
Mostly.
I wouldn't say anything to him, but I would just be like internally, just like
Probably the
what
reaction
the
is probably
fuck?
showing. Like,
Yeah.
he will say, yeah, they will live, most likely. The ones on the end, yeah, I would give them 95.5 to live. Um,
Well, at least, let's try and increase those odds to 100% for everybody by giving you these medical
Well, like,
supplies.
so
How much?
I would and I don't know what the group's feel on this is, but I think like if I could just ascertain where like the most serious cases are, like the highest risk of like death or serious injury or whatever, and he like point me to the wing or whatever, like the rooms that like I don't know how big the hospital is too, but I guess I imagine on a wasteland planet it's probably not pretty big because most injuries probably kill
I
people
mean,
immediately.
yeah, imagine a school complex, something like that, that was basically redesigned into a hospital.
How many rooms? Are we
Like, it's
talking
quite
like
big.
multiple floors or like how many rooms? Like what?
Yeah,
Like
two
what's
floors.
2 floors?
2 floors in the basement.
2 floors in a basement. Like, how is it? Just like one long hallway with like essentially classrooms on the side?
Yeah,
Okay. And how long is the hallway? Would you say? Like, how many rooms are there in this hallway?
I don't know, about 10, 15.
Okay, so all right, that's what I was trying to ascertain. If I go to like where the serious cases are, am I like leaving the group? That's what I was wondering. Never split
Yeah,
the party,
you would probably go upstairs.
Yeah, so I would probably go upstairs and I would probably like ask for someone to come with me, and then like not Eric, because Eric's probably dealing with the sale of these medical supplies. So
Yeah.
I would prefer to bring Ivor with me because I think his expertise.
Yeah, I would prefer to keep Odin because he's the one with the higher business skill.
Would you come if I asked you to, Ivor?
Of course.
Alright, so yeah, we would head upstairs and I would start like find like
Cool, so
the nearest
probably-
nurse or doctor or whatever, and like
Yeah,
Just
no. The nurse is probably with the doctor. He says, Jenny, please escort this gentleman to the, well, where do you want to go, sir? To the radioactive wing, to the well, I got shot because I'm stupid wing, or to the I got shot because I tried to protect my family and now my daughter is dead wing. We
I
see
think-
that he's not doing well on this planet.
Yeah,
He
I
got
think
really
he
emotional
says
media
those
attention.
exact description, and I just kind of look at him like, what the fuck kind of shit show are you running here? Like, just disgusting.
Eric's trying not to laugh. Eric is visibly trying not to
Yeah,
laugh.
again, like, I don't say that to him, but I'm just looking at him disgusted, like you are a doctor. What are you doing? And I just take off down the hall, and if Jenny catches up with me, I just tell her, like, take me to your most serious injuries that don't involve radiation patients. People that because like I can't without tools I couldn't do anything to help radiation. I would know that, and with my training I couldn't do anything to help people with psychosis. So I can treat physical injuries pretty well, but if I had the proper tools I could treat radiation. But I don't have the proper tools, and I am almost for sure that these fucks don't have the proper tools. So.
Oh god, this is great.
So I just take off and go to work on some cases, and like me to roll tech medical to see how many people I can help, or if I can help anyone.
First I want from Ivor. Do you want to go with him or do you want to go to the mental patient?
Yeah, how'd you know?
God damn it! Don't leave him by himself.
Oh, I know.
Please keep Ivor on a short leash. We both know what kind of a sick fuck he is.
Knowing that, like, I am far too focused on the
I didn't have to say anything. You knew exactly what I was gonna go do.
Like, I imagine that's probably what happens. Like, me and Ivor take off, and then, like, we get to, like, the stairwell. I go up to the second floor, and, like, Ivor turns right. And I'm probably so focused, I don't even notice him break off. I wouldn't even notice it.
If we pan back from the camera, like from our point of view, we see Jenny and Marcus just going up the stairs, and Ivor just goes right down the stairs to the mental patient. There's no question asked. Like, cool.
Yeah. Well, like, all of the blood that he's about to spill is on your hands.
I'm just going true to roleplay though.
Like,
yeah, I'm just going true to roleplay because that's I would not be.
Yep.
I would not.
Yeah, I know this is hilarious.
If I was paying attention, would I stop him from going down there? Probably, but like I am. The doctor has disheveled me very severely, and I am just like, I am focused on trying to help these people because clearly he's doing a fucking asshat job. So yeah, I go up there and I'll. Do you want a tech medical roll then?
I mean, I can describe the situation more or less. Which wing do you want to go? I got shot because I protected my family, or I got shot because I'm a dumbass?
No, I got shot protecting my family.
Cool. Well, basically what you see is...
We walk further down the hallway, and that's like actually like plastered on like a cardboard sign or something. It's like, wing, I got shot protecting my family. And then, like, further down the hall, you see wing, I got shot because I'm a dumbass. It's just like, oh my god.
It's divided into further two wings. My family survived. My family died. No. Basically, what you see is more or less standard gunshot wounds, but the infections are really bad. Like, it's a miracle some of those men or women or even children are alive. Like rotting flesh, I don't know, all sorts of disease. You see that even the accommodations are not up to par. Like some are sleeping on bunk beds or just on the floor.
It's like
there is no problem.
It's like a military aid station almost. Like it's just like base level conditions for care, like absolute base.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, with the tools that you get the -2 to your roll. So
I have with me 4 Lazarus patches, which I am not against using to save these people. I have 2 of my chem psionic syringes, and I have my bioscanner. The tools. Those
Don't
are the
you have a
tools
med
that
kit?
I do not have a med kit.
Probably should.
Shame for a doctor. So yeah, with Lazarus patches, you can
I
probably
mean,
fix
there's
up.
a med kit on the ship, but I didn't bring it with me because, like.
That's your fault.
Should be prepared.
Excuse me. Sorry, next time we come to some radioactive wasteland that I've never been to before and have no experience with, I'll anticipate that this place is going to be a hellhole and bring my med kit with.
So yeah, sorry.
Like, if David could have a decision right now, I'd be like, yeah, I probably brought my med kit, but, like, Marcus wouldn't have brought his med kit.
I know, I'm kidding
He
you.
had, no, I know, I'm not upset or anything.
I know.
I'm explaining it. Like, I would have no idea that it was going to look like.
Yep,
The only
nope.
way I would is if you told me, and I don't think you would have just like, yeah, this place is going to be like crazy, so prepare yourself.
Yeah, no. Eric finds this way too amusing.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
with
tell
the
you.
Lazarus patch, so let's get back on the track. With the Lazarus patch, you can probably save even the most critical one. With your syringes, you probably want to use the lighter patients, and with your bionic scanner, the best you can do is basically help identify, basically make the hard choice, point out the patients that have the least amount of success to survive, and the ones that
So
are in the
I
better
think what
shape.
I would like to try and do with my bioscanner would be, instead of like make triage calls, I think what I would try to do, especially because like I don't want to see people die ever, and I'm especially pissed off that this place is just like not taking care of anyone basically. So I think what I would do is like I would probably try and set up prognosis for everyone. Like here's like this is what can be done to save them, as opposed to like. And I would probably have like nothing. I would probably tell no one or like write on charts their like chances of survival. I would probably keep that to myself, and I would tell them like this is what you need to do to save this person, and like
Yeah,
I would go about doing all that I could. But we're not gonna be here for days, which is
yeah,
what
I
it would
know.
take for me to do
So
all this shit. So
I know, but basically, what you get from the conversation with the nurse, they know what to do with the patients, but the problem is they don't have the equipment or the necessary drugs to heal them, like infections and operation require anesthetics
Oh,
and
it's a good thing we're here then.
that stuff like that. And the other thing is, I don't know how clearly Marcus is thinking, but
probably not
if
very.
you divide it, yeah, but like I'm putting this out, if you divided your Lazarus patches on the less critical patients, you can probably save a lot more lives than if you spend one on one person up here.
Right.
I don't know how much your character would think about that, but it is a possibility. Like with 8, you can probably
Like
save 16 or
with
something.
that realization that like she's just like, we know what to do, we just don't have the tools. Like with that realization, I would do whatever I could to save the most lives as possible. So like not necessarily help the worst injured people, but I would do it to, like you said, kind of like take like a half dose of a Lazarus patch, or like cut the thing in half or whatever, so it can be used just to kind of
Yeah.
stabilize people and then like help them get on the road to recovery. I would also just quickly, I'll be done soon, so everybody else can go. But I would like to ask about like how do they acquire their drugs, like their
Well, yeah,
the stuff
mostly
to fight
what
infections.
is
Like,
left,
where do they get that stuff?
yeah. Mostly what they can grow from medical herbs, what the off-worlders like you bring, or what is left after the war, like abandoned sites and stuff like that. They don't really have a per se chemical lab that will do it because, well, not a lot of people know it, and those that do are sought for other things, not medical
Right.
stuff. To get the jet and stuff like that. Then
Yeah.
you need people for that.
We have I would probably have like some kind of. I know Ivor has a thing that could create compounds, but I would probably have something like that too, right? That would be pretty
Um,
basic, I guess, at this in the future.
I mean, to create compounds, no. To identify them, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, with that said, then I would just go to work. So I'll make my roll, and you tell me how many people I save or how many people I let die.
Hmm.
My conscience forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel it'd be probably a wisdom roll, right? Because like we have the bioscanner and we know what they're doing, so it'd just be like it would be trying to make the best of the supplies that we do have.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
How many people were saved that day at the generous Marcus and their crew?
An
8.
8.
Uh, so, yeah, you successfully you don't waste any Lazarus patches. You get so so if how many Lazarus patches did you get? 4. So you saved 9 people with that and 2 with your syringes. So you saved about 11 of those of people, and with something with an 8, you can probably diagnose and give a more detailed look into a patient with your bioscanners with no problem. So
Yeah.
she's probably all the time with you together and basically taking notes and stuff like that that will be useful for them later down the line.
Gotcha.
Next. Who does want to go? Do you want to go, Ivor, or do you want
Mine probably will take less time. So
Yeah, you can let Eric do what he's got to do.
cool.
yeah.
Eric?
I don't. When we go, I guess we go talk in the doctor's like office or something if he has one.
I mean, his desk is basically in the middle of
Cardboard box protruding into the hallway. He
there
steps up to the
is a
door and
stand.
signals, "Please step inside my office."
No. Basically, his desk is one of the teachers' room cabinets. Where all the files are stored and stuff like that. It's very cramped. Like maybe
Yeah.
have
So
enough room to
yeah, I
squeeze in.
guess I don't know. How much was there? Would we carry the medical equipment or would we deliver it after the sale?
No, I mean the medical equipment. Imagine the bioscanner that you have on your ship,
Uh-huh.
equipped plus the bed and all the equipment and drugs and stuff like that. So it's
Okay,
part of
so
the
you'd have to
medical
deliver it.
Yeah, you basically you
Okay.
have to.
So, I guess both me and Odin would sit down and would be like, so, now you come from off-world, and out of curiosity, what brought you here? Just altruism or other reasons?
My ship crash landed.
We, we're not looking we're looking to make at least some profit. Can you actually pay for the stuff?
Um,
Wasted my time.
I don't know what you have. What do you want? How much? Like,
Um, like, what? Like market value
I
was
think like when we
50.
showed up, I probably would have given him the specs on what we had
Yeah.
yeah.
before I took off because like
And
Uh,
yeah.
I would have the best understanding of it, being that I'm the like medical guy, so like I would be able to tell him
Yeah.
accurately what we had. And
Cool.
It's
I
up to
could
Eric to
compare
determine.
that.
Yeah, it's up to Eric to determine value.
But like, I'm just out of character. It was 50 was what we turned down before.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking to get
That's
somewhere.
baseline value. So we're looking to get at least probably like 75, at least.
That's what I was thinking, and Eric's not going to like like highball this guy, greedy as he is. He still wants to sell the damn stuff.
Right.
Though we're looking for 75,000 credits. That'll give us a neat little profit margin. 80,000 would be like the ideal, but we're looking for around 75.
He kind of looks down and he kind of says, "Damn. I mean, 75? That's quite a stretch. If it was 65, I could probably get the community together. The mayor would pick in.
5 leaves us with only 15,000 profit.
You have to understand, it's not like the olden days that you can just, put some nice zeros there and launder some money there, and you got a nice profit of 100,000, credits, and put it aside in the pocket. Not the times anymore. So to give you a scale, 75,000 credits would basically set the person for life here, without any need of being robbed, being ganged. He would pay for security, food, water, everything for his and his family. It's a lot of money we're talking about. I could probably get the community on board and the mayor, but I'd probably have to talk about it. The equipment that you're trying to give us would certainly help, but without the money to actually pay the security to protect us, it would be worthless. We would get robbed the next day.
I don't know if I'll get a response, but I'll text Marcus on my compad saying that they're offering 65. 75, he says, if we take it, then they'll be robbed, and the next day because they can't pay for it.
So you would get a response back almost probably like instantly. Well, maybe not instantly, because like I might have my hands inside someone. But very shortly you would get a message back, and it would say, just 50. That would be all it would say, just 50.
Give it for free.
50 would be 50. I text him back instantly saying, "We turned down 60."
They didn't need it. These people do.
Even though this is a text message, I'm glaring at the screen. God, I'll look at him. I'll look at the doctor and say, "So you think you can get 65? You think you can get 65 to work?"
Give me a few days. I have to ask around. But yeah, 65 is a reasonable amount of money. I can get the mayor on it to pay the
not trying to metagame, but
Mhm.
actually no, never mind. Marcus would be too focused on what he's doing. Never mind.
Yeah.
Did you expect me to say 50?
No.
Yeah.
I totally didn't, but expecting you to not say 50, Marcus was going to like text Odin and be like, make sure we get the price of 50. But I wouldn't think of it. I'd be like, if you texted me.
You have your hands inside someone.
Exactly. You texted me and prompted a conversation, so I was in the conversation. But beyond that, I'm leaving it to you.
Yeah. Okay. So how much could you get? We're not looking to stay here that long, because Eric knows that this deal won't work because Marcus will eventually find out. Damn it. But how much could you get by the end of the day?
Well, by the end of the day, what I have, that's about 20,000. You have to understand, we have to pay this as a community. It's not one buyer that's gonna.
How fast can you get 50,000? Faster
Uh,
than 65 or not?
yeah, 50,000. That would probably require me and the mayor putting some in, and the investor. So probably in a day, by tomorrow noon.
Okay. I'll text Marcus back and say 65 in 5 days or 50 at noon. I say it's worth waiting the extra 5 days to make some actual goddamn money. And goddamn money's in capital letters because this is a text.
Yeah, I would text back. Again, I would just text 50, leave tomorrow night.
And
That's
you won't.
That's it. And if you text me back again, I'm probably I've said all I'm gonna say on it. So
You probably forgot your phone in someone's stomach, and now you're reopening him.
God damn, yeah.
no,
Well, Eric's
no,
going
Gasper,
to
I'm not the one wearing the red coat. All right, I'm the actual doctor.
Well, Eric's not going to look very happy, but he also knows that he can't really say no because Marcus will. Marcus might just leave him here if he tries to screw with these people. Marcus will Eric will just have to take another deal behind Marcus's back to cover the difference. He says 50 will work if you can get it to us by the end of day tomorrow, because that's when we're leaving.
Yes, of course. I will ask the mayor immediately. Excuse me. And he kind of shuffles beside you and opens the door and starts running.
Yeah, and just before we fade out, Eric's just going to punch a wall and say that Marcus is going to get one of these days. Marcus is going to bankrupt that ship, and Eric's not going to be there when it happens.
I mean, out of character, we picked this up essentially for free, and now we've resold it for market value. So, if we paid for it and then resold it, we would be making no profit. But we essentially still made 50,000 credits in profit on top of the 100,000 we already made. No, I totally get it. I get it 100%. I'm just saying.
I said, yeah,
anyways,
I know.
We're
Out
not
of character, I'm fully aware, but I'm playing my character. My character is a greedy son of a bitch.
There we go.
And I love playing every second of it.
Cool. We pan from the punching wall to the descending down to the stairs of madness. Each step you take, you hear screaming getting louder. They pierce your ears ever so. Crazier. I'm running out of words here. What do you do? What do you want to do?
Well, I assume there's a head nurse overwatching everything.
Yeah.
Down there.
Yeah.
I'd ask her for a list saying the most severe cases and just a list of everybody down here and what they have, what they think they have, what they do. Are they violent?
We're gonna. No, I don't know. I can probably wing it on the way.
Got this, Gasper.
Psych. Diseases. Mental diseases. Disorders. Disorders are more of a technical term.
Do they have schizophrenia, shit like that? Or they're
Well, that's probably there's
You can go with
probably
like
everybody on the
violent,
planet.
like how violent they are, how severe it
Yeah,
is,
I know.
more than like
I mean,
what disease.
schizophrenia, probably everybody on the planet. That's just how things are. Um, no, I need to genetics, models, drugs, diagnosis. Cool. I think. Oh, great. Mental stem genes.
Alright, there are 11 patients.
Cool. Huh? What? No.
No? More?
More. A lot more. Basically, you have them sorted by. You have three wings, I guess. One is the unknown sector. That basically they don't know. They're basically shoving them full of pills and basically in isolation chambers. The other one is the mild one. That's basically, you got I would just want to talk. I just want to do this and that, and mild depression, anxiety, stuff like that. And then is the mediocre wing that basically has like schizophrenia, paranoia, stuff like that, or just um, stuff like that. Like you have the harnessed vests on the left, you have the mild ones on the right, and straight ahead of you are the ones that are just talkative, nothing special. Uh, what you get from the situation is, well, more or less they are around 30 or so people in the whole complex, and the basement was basically redesigned from the ground up. Basically, you got there was probably a basement, more of a shelter like thing, with lockers and stuff like that. They were pulled out. Now they are basically individual rooms and a head nurse room where all the sessions are held in place.
Okay. He's just honestly looking for the craziest person. Just point me in the direction of that one.
Yeah, so probably, the padded ones, the padded cells that are on the right. You probably can pick one or two. That one is probably the most paranoid type. That the tinfoil hat type. That basically everything is an alien. He probably doesn't even want to breathe because he's afraid that probes are gonna fuck his insides. Uh, the next one is probably like, at first he seems calm, and then he just erupts with anger, and then he calms down, and then he laughs, and then he erupts with anger again, and then he just does a few backflips just because, and just crazy because crazy. And then on the far end, like, all of the cells are all the rest of the cells are screeching and scratching and stuff like that. Somebody's probably in the corner, like scratching the walls through the blood, like you see bloody fingers. And on the just the far side, there is a steel door, like only a slit can open it. And when you look inside, it's only illuminated by the slit itself, and you see just a man sitting in the room quietly, but you can feel it. He has probably the most murderous intent of, well, a person that you ever know. Like, even more than Cody. Like, just he would probably kill you just by looking at you, like through the door.
Yeah, we're gonna go talk to that guy.
You want to talk to that guy?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So, what do you want? How do you even start that?
Well, I'm gonna walk up to the door and we're gonna knock on it and say, "Is anybody home?" In a very sarcastic tone, just kind of mocking his existence.
Your mother with me.
And now I see you're not like these others. Why are you here?
Because. Just because.
No one's ever anything just because. See, I have played with many of mines, and those ones who you're screeching, they are gone. I have done that to people. But you seem more rational with your unrationality.
Rational, yeah. I like rational. You see,
So
I like rational because it's so unrational. I like it because you can count on it. You can squeeze it.
yes, order
Yes,
is
sir.
chaos. I agree.
Then tell me, how do you order your chaos?
Through the pain of others is very enjoyable. Reactions of imperfect creatures is quite enjoyable. I suspect you're very similar.
Fool. Their minds. That is what you need to break. Forget the expression. Forget the pain. Once you got into their mind, everything is at your disposal.
I knew coming down here would be interesting. See, we are not unlike, except one of us is trapped and the other one isn't. So maybe you're not what I wanted, because you're too dumb to not get caught.
I said, I'm here because I want to.
Then maybe I was mistaken.
But
Because someone caged up can no longer further any advancements of their own or others. You bore me. I'm going to leave now.
who is really caged? Me or you? I can do whatever I want here. Can you say the same for you?
Considering right before coming here, I tortured people. No one cared. I got away with it. Yeah.
I sense lies.
You sense lies as if you can read my thoughts? Is that why you're here? Because these people don't understand what you are?
I am already in your mind, my dear.
That's exactly what I was looking for. You have gifts, but these people don't understand them. We must
No
get you up.
gift. No gift. Just psychology.
Your psychology has failed you then. It's either you have a gift or you don't. There is no in between. You're just wasting my time at this point. I am bored. I was hoping to find psychics, people with powers down here, but you are actually all just crazy, so you're all useless. You being the most rational seemed like you might have a power that has corrupted you, but you're not willing to admit it, so worthless.
Yeah? That's what you ended?
Yeah, and I'll just start walking away. If there's a response, I'll turn around, but
You just hear laughing.
yeah, I believe that. Was not what I was looking for.
So do you want anything else? Do you want anything else?
Well, the others are too far gone to actually speak to, or don't seem like they are psychic, so I don't really care about it.
No.
I'm only coming
God,
down here
he
because I
found
figured
another
there was a
psychic.
I'm just looking for a psychic, you know?
Basically, on this planet, you probably won't find a lot of them.
I figured that. I figured if they
yeah.
were here, though, they'd be deemed crazy, and
Yeah.
made me here. Which,
No, basically, I mean, the the drugs and the treatment that they would need, all of them would probably die before they would actually get any real treatment.
Well, to clarify on that, MES isn't inherently lethal. It breaks your mind. So, like, most people who have MES and go untreated won't die from it. They'll just become like clinically insane.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
in the wasteland, that means that.
I suppose.
Basically, how MES functions is if you don't use your powers at all, you're golden. You won't if you don't get treated as long as you don't use your powers, you won't do anything. But if you use your powers and then don't go untreated, you will likely torch. And if you torch, you slowly go insane. And then once your int goes to zero, once your whiz goes to zero, you're crazy. You go on a murderous rampage until someone kills you.
Or something, or the radiation, or the lack of hunger
Yes.
and sleep. And I mean, on the tech level 4, when they can actually restrain you, yeah, sure. On a tech level 3, that is basically a wasteland and shoot first, ask question later.
Yeah, it's basically a death sentence.
Yeah.
If they could even kill him, because torch psychics are basically level 9 psychics with infinite power points.
True, yeah, I guess.
I had a different understanding. I thought it was just like the simple fact that you were a psychic, like that wasn't about like use of your powers. It was just like if you were a psychic, you would have to undergo treatment, or you would just like eventually, just because your brain worked differently.
well, no, the only time you take damage is when you're using your powers. Like you're.
Yeah, the only time like you take damage as a psychic when you use your powers is if you use your powers. That's how torching works. That's why psychics. That's why there's
Psychics
torching.
only take psychic damage when they're using their powers, basically. There you go.
Right.
By the torching
But
mechanic.
still, getting them analyzed, getting them on the treatment and stuff like that.
It's still a death sentence.
Yeah.
Or they end up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was basically hoping one was, coherent enough to be useful, but didn't happen. Oh, yeah, at that point I'm just leaving. They bore me.
Okay.
Not what I wanted.
Too bad. What else? So yeah, how much you're gonna stay? About a day and a half, something like that.
Basically, we're leaving tomorrow night.
Yeah, nothing really happens. I mean, nothing really
I stay at the
major
hospital.
happens. Yeah, I would imagine that.
Unless somebody comes
do you
to
keep
me
them?
and like bring me away. Yeah, I probably find like what would pass for an on-call room or a bench, and just like lay down to get a couple hours of sleep, and then like get up and if I didn't sleep well.
I would probably prep. Like, do we have a way to deliver this shit? Like, do we have a car or truck we can use to?
No, we have a grav cycle. I was gonna do that when we were there. I should check the PDF.
I mean,
See what that would cost.
they probably have some sort of transportation and armored
they probably
personnel.
do. What would like a grav sled be, Gasper? Just like a transport. That be a grav car, or would that be?
Just grab handles and a tow cable could do it. Like nothing special. I mean, if you just want to get it on from point A to point B, rational car would just do it, or maybe a truck, but nothing special. Like you don't need tier 4 technology for that. We're managing just fine now.
No, I'm just talking about like a vehicle, like
a vehicle,
motorized grav vehicle that would just be basically like a cargo sled.
Basically,
For
that way we can bring it onto any planet and not have
Yeah.
to worry about it getting stuck.
Yeah, and like
For that-
salvage stuff easier. We could carry more stuff back if it was a situation where, like this, they would probably have something for us to transport it. But in other situations, if we needed to haul like a lot of stuff back, and let's say we had to park the ship 2 miles away, we would have to carry it those 2 miles. Like, yeah, we have the grav
Mhm.
cycle, and we could probably fit like a little bit of stuff in it, and like the carry bags or whatever, but we couldn't carry a lot. I'm talking about like a specific, like a sled that is designed for transport. Let's essentially think of like a extremely large grav wheelbarrow. That's what we're
Basically,
looking for.
a giant floating platform.
Like we could
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
ride on it too,
Drive.
but that's all.
Something
I'm
like
looking for.
that exists under equipment.
Well, there's
Under
the grav chute, but that's not.
no. Where is actually equipment? Jesus Christ. Armor, protector weapons. Okay. There you go.
The grav harness allows personal flight, but that wouldn't cover it.
No.
Like it would be a vehicle is the thing. Like I'm not looking for like equipment. I would be looking for like a vehicle, and I'm just trying to get an idea on the vehicles tab. Like there's a bunch of different vehicles listed, and I'm just trying to figure out like what it would be.
A grav car?
Yeah, grab car. I don't think an ATV.
Now, an ATV Explorer is quite too high for that. A grav car, or if you want to get technical, a helicopter could do it. A ground car would basically a ground car or a truck would basically be enough for that. It would probably be 10,000 credits. Or a grav car that could probably hold a much more cargo for 20,000.
If you have enough money, I'd say we just get the grab car, because the grab car we can take basically anywhere.
Yeah, that's just something to look
can
at.
go
I was
even
just trying to get the information. Something we'll probably look at next time we're in a situation to buy it.
Yeah, I'll probably just be prepping like everything for trans and arranging the deal, like arranging like the transport, telling them where our ship is, arranging like a transport vehicle. I'm done this before because I grew up on a. Probably not the first time I've done something like this.
Give me a second. Graph handles, there you go.
Where's that on the PDF?
That's what you need. I put look on the screen. Under martial arts, go right.
Oh, different book.
No, yeah, I know that this suggested. That's why I basically it's for this kind of purposes, like just basically imagine a platform with a platform that can lift whatever you want, grab it behind the grab bike, and you're good to go. Like you can probably haul another car with that.
Oh, can we
I
pull their
16
I
meters.
can.
by means of
If you don't see it, I can read it.
Yeah, I see it. I thought this was like more like a dock thing, like lifting and moving stuff, as opposed to like transporting, I was thinking of like a forklift, basically, like transferring pallets and stuff,
Yeah.
but not necessarily transferring that. But later down the page it does say when attached to an object, the item will rise 1 meter above the ground and can be pulled or pushed by means of the grab handle. So, yeah, we could totally attach it to like the grab bike that we already have and use that as transport. So yeah.
Basically, how I'm picturing it is it's it's just a flat platform. Probably has some magnets or places where you probably attach like grab harnesses to it or something, or basically it's like a trailer.
Right. Yeah.
Like
Totally.
it's a flat platform. You stick it under what you want to lift. It lifts up. It either has like few super strong magnets, or you use tethers or something to keep it from falling off. Then you just attach it to the back of whatever vehicle and you just pull it along.
So
So
yeah,
it's
you have that
exactly what
option.
we need.
Yeah.
Exactly what we need.
I mean, you cannot get it here because it's like level 4, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Definitely will wanna pick
it's
one of
not
those
like it's not like a platform. It's like a grabber. It
Yeah, more or less.
attaches to an object.
Basically,
It can only be one solid object. So like if you crated this stuff up or like
Yeah.
got it all together, then it like a grab handle could attach to like the pile of stuff and lift the pile of stuff and transport that. But if it was like, I
yeah,
need to lift this
basically,
case of drugs and this, it would have to do 3 trips.
no, basically you put it in a container, big container, shipping container, and put the grab handles on that and
That's
move it.
that's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to make multiple trips. But yeah.
No, I was
That's
just saying
that.
if it wasn't in a container,
Yeah,
would
yeah,
have to
I
make
know.
multiple
I
trips.
know. So, yeah, you basically, I guess, make me. So let's see. Does anybody get you? Does anybody from the crew get you to the ship, or anybody anywhere else? Or do you leave him? Do you leave Marcus at the clinic? I will take the silence as as living at the clinic.
He seems like he's having so much fun there. I wouldn't want to disturb that.
Yeah. Fun. Your idea of fun, yes, of course. Let's see. Give me a perception check.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Let's see if you wake up from that.
I would just set an alarm on my phone, man.
Huh? Why?
To get a certain amount of sleep. Like wake up from what?
Yeah. From stuff. Just do me a perception roll and
Well, that's what I'm trying to ask.
that's
If
it.
I'm just waking up from sleep, I would just wake up from sleep. But like, if something happened that you're trying to see if I like would wake me up, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. And what attribute?
Wisdom. Why did you roll a D100?
People.
Ooh, 9.
Yeah.
Huh?
I did. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
So yeah. You hear, so basically you got a bench or something like that, probably on the middle part, the middle part, the entrance or stuff like that, and you hear. So the room is dark. You sleep. You have an hour or two to get some rest and then back to work. And you are waken up by wet footprints. What hears like wet footprints coming very close to you and then moving away.
Okay. So I wake up hearing that. What do I see?
Dark. I mean, it's in the middle of the night.
Am I
They
in a
don't
room or
really
in the,
have
in the
power to
hallway?
spare. Wherever you want to be, like it doesn't really matter.
Okay, if there was a room, I'd take the room. So I guess I'm in the room. I hear sloshing footsteps. Let's see. For my equipment, I don't think I would have like a flashlight. I guess I would have a data slab. That might have a.
It's enough, like a phone. Yeah, like a phone.
Might have a
You would
flashlight
like use it
application
like
for it.
yeah, more or less. it's not powerful. You can use the screen as a flashlight, something like that. It's not really powerful, but enough. Yeah.
If there's a window out into the
you
hallway from my room, I look out the window first and just see if I can see anything.
no. I mean, outside the window, no. You hear the footsteps were heard like solid, like ceramic, uh, ceramic floor being hit by wet footprints, not really like scorching wet earth. So no, there is nothing from the on the window.
Okay, so like, I don't see anything. Nothing's coming in here to fuck with me, so I don't know. I guess I would probably not be too curious. I'm probably exhausted.
Mhm.
I don't know. I guess I would, if there's just like a chair nearby, I'd probably just go sit down in the chair. Not go back to sleep, just kind of like collect myself for a couple minutes. Did you say there was no power here?
I mean, they conserve power. Like they want to, they're running on generators, so probably not. They don't have it 24/7.
Okay, so the lights are all off then?
Most likely, yes. Like the necessary equipment for maybe a diagnosis or stuff like that, or magnetic locks, they're probably keep power for them, but for lights, no, they don't need it.
Alright, so yeah, I'll just kind of sit, look out the window to the outside if there is one, just kind of hang out.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm gonna just
maybe like check my data slab over, like kind of nervously a couple times, like thinking about what I could do to help the other cases that I wasn't able to like get to previous day.
Cool. Maybe 4 or 5 minutes pass, and you hear the noise, the squishing noise again, and then it fades away.
Okay. Are we, so inside this building, are we like radiation shielded ish, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There is no radiation. Like you're in a zone that's not heavily irradiated.
Right.
So you are in a healthy, quote unquote, zone.
I mean, I don't think they probably have a bunch of free space, so I'm probably I'm probably either in the doctor's office or I'm probably in like a patient's room. So I'd probably have like my vac suit on the wall, and I would have brought my armor with me and then put it on once I got here.
Mm-hmm.
I probably don't have my laser rifle. I probably just have my monoblade. I don't think I would have brought a rifle into a hospital. So yeah, I guess, yeah, if nothing happens, like I probably just keep hanging out until like the sun starts coming up, or until they turn the lights back on so I can get back to work.
Cool. Yeah. Probably around 4. 4 or 3:30 a.m. equivalent of the planet's time, the lights come back online. And I don't know, you probably, what do you want to do? They want to go check on the people, or?
Yeah, I would probably, first thing I would do would go and check in with the head doctor and just see what his progress had been on the. I guess outside of the texts with Eric, I don't know, had you guys like stopped in to check on me or anything, or just taken off?
I would have like, you know, I would have made sure you're still alive. I'd probably glare at you after I realize you are still alive. But then I'd say that I talked to the head of the militia, or
Red coat.
whatever the equivalent is here. and like arranged a truck and a couple of armed guys to go and pick up the stuff, ship, and then I'll lead them back here and make sure that nothing gets stolen.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out where we're at as far as like what I would know. So I would know like the plan then. So I would probably go and first thing I would do would probably be and go check with the head doctor or a nurse, just like to find out where he is and get an update on that situation.
Both like just because there was something else I wanted to say, which is part of that before. But be like, and basically emphasize how all of this stuff is pretty easy and could have been arranged in 4 days, so we could have made 6,500 credits, which is greater than 50,000.
Just emphasizing the greed thing again, just like
basically letting you know how he's not very happy that you just lost them 15,000 credits because you're the softy.
Wouldn't care in the slightest.
Yeah. I figured as much.
So basically, when you step outside, you probably go to the doctor's office. You see a nurse cleaning a red line, basically a smooched red line or something like that. The water that she's using is very muddy red and stuff like that.
Blood?
And further down,
blood?
Yeah, you could probably say. Yeah, you could probably see blood.
Like a
And
trail, or was it like a?
I'm coming to it.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. Sorry. Jesus.
So further down the line, you see basically what seems like bloody footprints.
Leading to where?
All over the place.
Is the doctor's office one of those places?
No.
Okay, I would first, I guess, as seeing bloody footprints, I would like grab the nurse's arm and be like, "What happened?"
Oh, we get that from time to time. Probably someone on high on sedatives, very walked around, hurt. When you're so high in sedatives, you don't really recognize the pain that you're in, and well, we don't really have enough stuff to watch all of them, so it happens from time to time. Don't worry about it. We got it under control.
I would produce my data slab and like start thumbing through the patient lists with like people who are on sedatives, and I'd be like, "Who was it?"
I don't know. I'm
not asking for
just
specifics. Just like pick a room number, Gasper.
No, she said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still in my element. Don't worry about it, man.
Okay.
She says, I don't know, probably someone from 4C. Like, I'm not really here for long. All the stuff is really, and she almost starts crying. Like, you see, she's on a nervous breakdown. She really doesn't. She's not cut off for this. And for 4C, there is nobody in 4C that would have sedatives or be highly injured.
So I think I would grab her and just like take not like menacingly, but just kind of like soothingly, and like take her over to a chair and just kind of set her down. And what would I do?
What do you do?
I would like to make a perception check to see if I notice anything off about her uniform, quote unquote. If she looks like she has, I don't know. I'm looking for anything that would indicate that she is not. Like, is this like? I don't imagine there's many staff here, right? Like the one, maybe
No.
2 doctors and like a handful of nurses.
Yeah, more or less.
So I know everyone who
That-
works here by this point. I've interacted
Yeah.
with all of them. Do I recognize her from yesterday?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she was there yesterday.
Okay, and then
She came in as a night staff, but yeah, she was here.
perception check to see if she was lying to me.
Cool.
Based on charisma or wisdom?
Just a wisdom.
Trying to read someone.
Mm. So you see that, I mean, she's not lying to you, but she's very nervous. Like, she's not lying. So it happens a lot of quite often, but it's probably not. She has no concrete way of knowing, but she suspects that it's probably not one of the patients, like being so gravely injured and stuff like that.
Right.
It's not, yeah, it's not possible for someone like that to walk around.
So kind of like picking up on that from her, I would first thing I would do would be I would text Eric and tell him to send I would tell him and Odin to come to the hospital right away.
What
Okay.
about Ivor?
I don't think Ivor would come. So I don't bother asking.
Well, I'll text him and say what's like the issue. Like, are we already like? Am I even? Is it even possible for me to get there? Have we already left to get the goods, or?
No,
You're
you're
probably back
basically on, I mean,
You're
yeah,
probably back on the
back
ship
on the
already.
ship. Yeah, it's like he spent the night there. You went back on the ship, like
Okay, so
to get
this
some
is
rest.
before. This is
Yeah,
before
this is
all
before
that.
pickup. This is like 4 o'clock in the morning, day of delivery to the hospital. So like at noon-ish, we will deliver to the hospital, and this is like 4 in the morning of that day.
Okay, so I'd probably be asleep then. I'll sort of like.
Oh yeah.
I'd try to text him and like, what the hell is going on? It's 4 the clock. It's 4 in the morning.
I would just text back, I don't know, but something's not right. Get here as soon as possible.
Out of character, does the grab cycle have a sidecar?
We
No,
established
we
that
established
earlier. But you could two-seat it. You could two-seat it. Someone could hang off the back.
Okay. Well, does Odin have? Does Odin have vehicle grab?
I think so.
Uh,
Yep, he does.
Well, then I guess he's driving.
so you're gonna be the spoon? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, you can get there in about, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes, something like that, if you push it.
Yeah. So I'll text him and say we'll be there in 20 minutes. Or we'll be there in 10 minutes, or else Odin's going to get or Odin's going to get a new home. Well, that'll motivate him.
But the better question is,
I'm joking, obviously.
do you really trust him on the ship alone, though, once you actually leave?
Oh no! Oh, Ivor? Would Ivor have been? Oh hell no! I would drag Ivor behind
out of
me.
like out of character. What I don't know. Like I can't think of anything that
No.
I mean, he's gonna do crazy shit anyways behind closed doors.
Yeah, but I'm not. But Eric doesn't trust Ivor anyways. So Eric would wake Ivor up, and I mean, it's gonna be kind of awkward because it's like two.
I mean, well, here's the thing. Ivor, would you be asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Or
Ivor
if you
even
want
sleep.
Depending on what happened, probably not.
Huh?
I didn't think Ivor slept.
Well, like, here's the
He
thing.
sleeps very little.
You don't tell him if you don't tell him you're leaving, he doesn't know any better, and like doesn't leave his room anyways. I don't know. I don't see the harm in it. Like, what's he gonna do on the ship that he wouldn't do when we were there anyways? Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
Wow, too many personal messages. Jesus Christ, I would have relax. Okay.
There's nobody else. Just to confirm, besides I would be completely isolated on the ship, right?
Yeah. And we could lock our quarters.
There's nobody else.
He could potentially like try and break in, but like there'd most likely be he would either fail or there'd be evidence of it. Like one of the two would pretty much happen.
Yeah, I mean, as long as there's nobody on this ship that he can torture, then I'm fine with leaving him on this.
Not that I can think of.
Sure. I mean, the spaceship itself raised quite a few heads, so you.
Okay, so basically, what I'll do then is I will not tell Ivor we're leaving, but I will lock the ship, from the outside, so people can't get in. Basically, I will lock the ship so people can't get in.
Poor
and
Ivor.
if
right
possible,
now, it's like Ivor's in a caddy in the hood.
Yeah, and if possible, I don't know if it is possible, but it's possible to lock Ivor into his room. I will.
Probably not. The only one that has that capabilities might have been the captain. Not even sure if that's possible.
I could lock the doors. I 100% could lock the doors, but it would force lock the doors. But it would be, it wouldn't be like a physical lock. It would be a digital lock. So, and Ivor's the computer guy, so he could pretty easily defeat a digital lock.
Yeah. So since we have we definitely need to get a grav car instead of a grav bike, so I could drag his ass everywhere because they don't trust him. But since we can't do that, I'll just have to leave him because we can't. Because if it's a combat situation, Ivor's basically useless. And if he does anything bad, then I can just kill him. So, with that said,
I love that we spent like 5 to 10 minutes just like trying to flush out exactly how much certain members of the crew don't trust Ivor. And even Gasper's like, do you really want to leave him alone on the ship? It's like, guys, what the fuck?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
That's why I had to bring it up, because you guys are just like, yeah, we'll just leave. And I'm like,
yeah,
leaving me alone. You realize that, right?
Like, what are you gonna like, honestly, what are you gonna do? Like, there's no one else on the ship.
Trust me.
Probably, but like, you're not doing anything.
Go wandering and find something.
But, well, let's just put it this way. If we come back to the ship and there's an unbracked AI controlling the ship, do you have that I hope Marcus will give me permission to kill Ivor?
I mean, you won't get on the ship if that happens, so yeah, you can get all the permission.
Well, I would give Marcus permission to hunt down Ivor. Let's just move on.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't say anything, and me and Odin are on the graph cycle. Odin's driving, and we're driving back, and I text him and say we'll be there in 15 minutes.
Cool.
I get the text, and I make my way. So like how many-ish rooms are the footprints coming out of? Like, are they just like all the rooms? Just like so many, like footprints everywhere?
I mean, they never go up the second floor, but they spread down the basement and the
Where did they originate from? Where, like, if I look to the stairs or the entrance of the hospital, where do I see the initial set of footprints coming from?
They're smudged all over the place. Like, you can backtrace them by if you want to.
Sure.
Well, it looks like they started from the outside.
Okay, outside came in, went to patients' rooms, and went downstairs. So, with that, I would go to the entrance of the hospital, and I would start checking room to room, just making sure people are okay.
Yeah, more or less everyone is sleeping. Nobody is like hurt or bleeding or screaming, except the patients down below them. Huh?
Is anyone awake?
No. I mean, where do you go specifically?
To each room, like to the door of each room, and look in the glass and like see if they are, like, you know, see if their bed is now covered in blood, or if their organs are laying on the floor, or, something like that. Like if they are just laying in their bed, sleeping peacefully, then I just, next
No.
room.
Everyone from the patients is sleeping soundly. I mean, those who are capable of sleeping because they are not in pain, but nothing, no new injuries that would result in so much blood loss.
Right.
Um, um, like for the crazy people downstairs, I mean, they're bloody crazy all over the time, so it's kind of hard to tell.
I don't go down and
Like,
check them.
okay.
I don't want to, like, that's the kind of thing where Marcus has no idea what's going on down there, but with the status of the rest of this hospital, he probably wouldn't feel very, like, he wouldn't feel like it's a good idea to go down there alone, basically.
Okay. Cool.
So I would just go find the doctor then. Wake his ass up.
Oh no, he's awake. He probably he looks like he sleeps 1 or 2 hours a day, not much more.
Right. I would just, yeah, like, put the same question to him as the nurse. Just try and gauge his response. What the fuck is this? What
Uh,
happened? Like, what's with the footprints?
what footprints?
I just motioned for him to come out into the hallway.
Oh, that yes. Well, it happens from time to time. Nothing major to be worried about. Should I tell you about the incident a few years back? Ooh, there was a river of blood. I accidentally cut an aorta, and we had to bring him into the operation room, which we had upstairs. Jesus Christ, that was a bad decision. And there was blood everywhere. So compared to this, to that, this, not so bad.
Do they have security here, right?
What kind of security? No, they don't have security.
At all?
No.
What was that whole thing about, like, we can't pay the full thing because it'll just get stolen, so we need security?
Yeah, they have security like guards that are protecting the perimeter, or that protect the fort.
Okay, so this
They're
this okay,
basically
so this hospital's like part of a town, and then like the town has security.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, I would do what I could to contact the nearest security force or team, like, and if that means like going onto the street and flagging down a cop car, or calling, I don't know, emergency 911, which I doubt they have on this planet, given the situation. But like, whatever the routine
Yeah.
is.
I mean, the guard post is basically most of the guard post is basically stationed around the town, so to prevent any sneak attacks at night from raiders or stuff like that. The major patrols that go into the quote unquote reach areas. I don't know, the mayor's office, prison, stuff like that. Um, Not a lot, maybe one guard or two were stationed at night for the hospital or the area around it, but not really. It's not really a priority. Like,
Right. That in mind, I would like, go get the one guard that's like stationed for the hospital. It's probably like either like some big out of shape dude, or like he's not a very good guard. Probably he's probably like a rookie who just got stuck with the job of babysitting the hospital. Probably.
yeah, the new guy, just like he's not newbie, but he's not really cut out for action like stuff. Give me a luck check. Let's see if he was lucky and saw anything. Fail. Oh, so close. He said that, well, he might have nodded off for a second or two. He's ashamed to admit it, but night shifts are hard for even he was doing this for a whole week, so I blame him.
Yeah, I mean, having seen that the doctor's still awake and like seen that he doesn't get much sleep, it's kind of changed Marcus's opinion of him because he's less like you're like he less thinks that it's negligence and more like you just don't have the resources to do it. So it's like I understand now. And then he just did the same thing. So I don't think at this particular time Marcus would really have any pity for the guy saying like night shift and dozed off because like neither Marcus or the doctor got really any sleep this night. Like maybe a couple hours. That's it, and then it's back to working to try and help people.
Same.
But so I would grab him and we would just wait at the entrance of the hospital for Odin and Eric.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he dresses up and stuff like that. So yeah, when we went to his home, he was like trying to get a shut eye before his next shift. So when you get back, probably Odin and Eric are already there.
And so we would head inside then. Just head towards the downstairs. Oh, was there there wasn't footsteps going upstairs? You said.
No.
Okay.
No
I
footsteps
wouldn't have
upstairs.
checked upstairs then.
I would have my rifle at the ready because I don't know what the fuck's going on. And once we got there, I would look at Marcus and ask what the fuck's going on.
I just tell him that's
Also,
where
Ivor's left. Oh, okay. I also tell him that Ivor's back on the ship alone, so hopefully he doesn't fucking torture somebody while we're here.
Yeah. Ivor, what do you do in the meantime? Let's pan back. Let's see what happens there.
He's just sitting there playing with his machines like he usually does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like
Not
I
even
think
doing
Ivor's
anything
speak.
up
I
yet.
think you would say that to me, and
he
I would
hasn't
kinda,
noticed you left yet. You've
Well,
only
yeah.
been gone for like
Like,
10 minutes. Like
I would
noticed.
look at you kind of quizzically, like, what do you like? There's no one else on the ship. Like, I have an understanding of the kind of person Marcus is now, especially after the whole Maria debacle. But there's no one on the ship. There's nothing Marcus.
Eric's just
I know. There's nothing Marcus could think
You mean
he would get
Ivor?
into, so I'm just like.
Yeah.
So Marcus is just like, okay, cool. Ivor's on the ship. Let's go. And we head downstairs.
All right.
So, yeah.
Now what the hell's
So-
going on?
That's what we're gonna find out. And down the stairs we go.
Okay.
I mean,
Got my rifle at the ready.
you probably when you two come in, you probably see basically a bloody hallway. The nurse was trying to her best to get the blood out of the tiles, but it just didn't happen. 2 or 3 are now cleaning the mess, and when we descend into the Mendes once again, our curtains drop, and we will leave it for the next time.
Cliffhanger! Asshole. Okie dokie then. Do we get any XP?
We didn't do anything really.
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess the mission was to salvage the ship, so we did do that.
Yeah, sure. I guess it wasn't really a mission. It was more of an assignment, but
Well, we didn't get any XP last session for doing what we did. So
Up to
what
you.
did you do last session?
for
We killed a bunch
yeah,
of...
killing all
the-
the animals.
True.
And exploring the ship and getting there and dealing with the crazy
Yeah.
salvagers. Like
Sure.
we didn't do
Everybody gets
much.
500 XP.
Okay, I was gonna say we didn't do much, but like we still did something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I have 6,000 now. I'm 2,000 away from level 4. Or level 3, I think. Yeah, 3. Excuse me.
Still level 2?
Uh-huh.
Sir.
Odin leveled up. Jesus Christ. God damn
You level
Yeah,
3
he
or
did.
level...
He just hit level 3.
it.
God, how come I'm so behind?
Because you're a warrior.
I'm a psychic.
Oh yeah, he's an ex...
Oh yeah,
he's
I
an
suppose I do
expert.
have the addition of being here.
Yeah,
for
he's an
level
expert, so he only has 3,000 XP to hit for level 3.
Yeah,
Is that
and
correct? No, that can be correct.
Yeah, it's correct.
It's correct, Jesus.
1,500 for level 2,
wait,
3,000 for... Or 1,500 for level 2, 3,000 for level 3, and 6,000 for level 4. Now level 3 with 3,000 XP, and he needs 3,000 more to get to level 4.
but the reason you're ahead of me is because you had a couple of extra sessions
Yeah, that's what I
worth
was
of
saying.
XP. That's fine. I don't mind playing it a little bit behind. I mean, that's something to be expected from a war. But I got an extra 500 from my earned 50,000 credits goal, and now I'm just going to change that to earn 100,000 credits, starting from 0 again.
Cool. So that's 1,000 XP for you then.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about it. How do you feel the session was today? Better?
Pretty good.
Rakowski.
I think it was okay.
People like to ruin my fun.
That's because your fun
I
includes
I
very
just
bad
wanted to
things.
let out a crazy person. He was a psychic. You could've
Oh,
done it.
this whole mess is your fault, isn't it?
I didn't let him out. I left. I wanted to, but I just left.
Uh-huh. Likely story. I know that's how it goes. I'm just fucking with you.
Uh-huh.
Trust me. If I felt like he was, useful, I would have.
Yeah.
Guess he was at least crazy, maybe not psychic.
Potentially
but
a
he's
little
definitely
late
crazy.
too, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's better late than never. So I'm gonna post this picture, just so everybody can kind of know. That is what basically what the Marcus's home planet looks like. Just to get the comparative of the shitstorm we're at right now.
Posted in Roll20 chat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Not
Oh,
desert whatsoever.
I'm going to add that to my big list of futuristic cities that I have on.
I've had that picture for
6,000.
several sessions now. I just never. I showed Gasper it, but I've never had like a reason
Yeah.
to post it. But I feel like this is a pretty good reason to just kind of show like the disconnect that Marcus is probably suffering from.
You can imagine here are no poor people. There is no problem here. Like, yeah, it's just
Well, not with Pry at the helm.
yeah, sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
sure.
But,
yeah, sure.
I've got just unless
Yeah.
in case you want them, Gasper. I've got like an entire folder dedicated to like both sci-fi and sort of like sci-fi-esque backdrops I've used. I mean, including the space station symbol that you use. I actually have that in my folder.
Yeah, I know.
That same
I have a lot
the
of
same-
this too. I mean, it will definitely help. So if you're willing to share, sure.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
yeah.
there's a whole. I've got so many of them that I'd like. I don't know how like.
I have
I
around
wouldn't know where to.
100 pictures. It
Yeah, let's
helps
see it.
to get into
Let's see.
the mood.
I've got it's 28. It's a full whole folder. It's like 28 megs of pictures.
Yeah, I sent you on Skype things, so you should have you should have the map and
Okay, yeah.
Guns and Candy. That's the new stuff that with the equipment and stuff like that.
So,
Yeah, I've got.
character note as well for Eric's benefit. Marcus was probably like, if it was just Marcus selling this thing, like he probably would have given it to them for like 10,000, 15,000. And the only reason he said 50 was that because he knew Eric would never, ever, ever, ever go for 15,000, ever.
Yeah, no. Eric would more likely just ignore what you said. Even if like if you had said 10, I know exactly what would have happened if you would have said 10,000. Eric would have told you, go fuck yourself. I'll sell it for whatever the hell you want. I'll just sell it for 65. And if you have a problem with that, well, go fuck yourself. Because no, that's stupid.
But yeah,
Let's see. I'm just gonna
that's a session, I think. It's pretty good. Good times.
Mm.
Oh,
The
I'm
bloody
just going to
magic will
make.
have the next session will be fun.
I got to fix some people. Eric got to make a lot of money. I got to explore the mind of a psychopath. We all got to do stuff.
So, but since it's so many different files, I'm just going to make a giant send space folder for you, Gasper. That'll just have all of them, and then I'll just give that to you once it's done.
Cool. Was the crazy person enough crazy?
I think so.
Yeah. I think you did a pretty good job on that. I don't know, Ivor, what do you think?
Yeah,
I was disappointed he wasn't a psychic. That's all.
Oh.
God, I just realized just how fucking many fucking pictures I got. It's so stupid. Well, it's stupid, but I've used a whole bunch of them in my campaign. Some of them are going to seem weird that I have, but because they're out of context. But I just uploaded the whole folder verbatim, so you can just pick and choose
Look,
what you
I have a bear holding a katana and screaming banzai. Like that's in my folder.
You have that, but you haven't instituted it yet.
Yeah, but like the reason I said that is one of the pictures I've got is like looks just like the inside of a building, but that's because. And it might seem a little weird compared to all the other pictures I've got, but the reason I have that particular picture is because the players have a cigar lounge as their base of operations. So I just have a picture for it when we're there, and they're just doing stuff while they're doing faction related things on their home world. Also, the names of all the files are basically. The name, if the file names are weird, that's because I have the names of the planets in.
Same thing.
So yeah.
Cool guys.
When are we getting the bears introduced? When's that happening?
Well, when you discover the planet.
Like, there you go, Gasper. I just sent it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, off on an adventure we go. We got to find the bear homeworld.
Hey, to be completely honest, it won't surprise me as a player because I have a homeworld full of.
Of what?
Of what? You just cut out the best part. Come on, you can do that.
Basically, the planet is the players haven't gone there yet, but it's basically a world split into like two. Like basically, there are two races, and the planet's basically split in half. One half is like this warrior, like this giant, these elephant people who are like very warlike and have been like hired by certain criminal factions as like enforcers because they are just super strong, even though they can't use firearms. And then I've got the other half of the planet is more of they're weasels, like literal, like they're like rodent people, and they're very like they're mercantile in nature, although very crooked.
So this is in our game or in yours?
In my game.
So that was
Oh,
the
okay,
inspiration for Eric then, big tough guy who's extremely crooked.
I don't know. I based Eric off of a different character from my own campaign. I just didn't name him after him just because that would be lame.
Anyways, Casper's head's
I was
exploding.
almost tempted to. I got some stuff I gotta do, so I'm gonna head off.
Alrighty,
Sounds
see
like
you guys.
Gasper's
I
about to
want
pass
a
out
graph
anyways.
tank. Yeah, I want a graph tank in my game.
Well, give us a
I
grab
just want to
tank.
go rampant.
Then
Yeah,
give us
I
a
just
grab
want to go
tank.
rampant. No, I want in my game, like, I want to have my own game and just drive a tank around and just, just go haywire. Oh, somebody left.
Eric Cody did. Yeah. I'll see you later, Ivor, or Robert, and Gasper
Good night.
Bye-bye.
next week.
How is this guy even legend? Like, it's literally so bad. Holy fuck, this guy is so bad. Look at this, Twitch chat, look at this. Look at this, boys. This is how you play in the real world. There we go. One more combo. That ain't Falco. That's how you lethal one turn ahead.
Fuck. Crip is dead, guys. And the new Crip. Deal with it.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hello guys, how's it going? Criparian here. Today we're going to be reviewing a certain middle deck that I built for the Tavern Brawl Challenge. It's a pretty good deck, you know? Pretty good deck.
You used to gotta be like, this picking,
Oh my god, this guy is so lucky.
Yeah.
Oh my god, never rubber
yeah,
ducky.
you got. Oh shit.
Okay, Forsen? We got this. Go. Superhero.
We're gonna say goodbye to the stream.
Say goodbye.
Fuck you.
Where's Dad? I want Dad back.
Get him back, get him back.
I tried, but
Try again.
Ow!
But try again.
Ow! Bullying me.
I hurt so much.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh fuck!
Oh!
He died. Okay, never mind. He died.
Yo, Fortson, what's up? It's Billy Harrington, Anarchy. I just got off a plane from Greece. That's why I'm a little suntan right now. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, buddy. Take care.
Okay, there we go. My god, what is this shit?